Hello everybody, I hope you're having a great day. I am having a great day. I finished my book and I want to share it with you. And I just realized I have inked up fingers from the work that I did. That's okay. Just shows the hard work I put into it. This book I did on craft paper. It's about 4.5 by 5.5, I would say. And I have a pamphlet stitch that I did on it. Pretty sweet ribbon. I sewed on a cute little what are those called? Tassels right there. Isn't that just a beautiful flower? What I used in here is a kit used by Dear Julie. There was so much more in the kit that I could have used, but I was happy with where I ended right here. So here we go with the walkthrough. Here's my front page. This is one of her printouts, and what I did, I made some fabric washi tape and I put it there. Gave it a little scalloped edge, and then I stapled on some fabric to balance it off up top. Little stenciling, coffee dyed paper. I tried to keep it exciting, but yet still simple at the same time, so it could be written in. Here's a fun ribbon, paper ribbon that I made, and I hand-stitched little beads onto it to add more interest, make it elegant. A little bit of bling. This is sweet. I always like buttons on everything. If there's a button somewhere, I'm just thrilled with it. This is just like one of my favorite things in here. So this is a little pocket page that I made with the lace doily at the top. You open it up, there's a little dragonfly right at the top there, and then you can pull out your card. Isn't that just awesome? I like it. Moving on here. More stuff to see. This is a scrapbook, and I have a little cute little girl tucked behind there. Some little lace things put on. So isn't that just nice? That's from her kit. And that. Lots of cool things. This I made kind of had the idea of it being like a paper flower, with that being the center of it. So made out of a book page and a piece of doily. There's a little tag that comes out there when you flip the page. I made this. I wanted it to look like an envelope with a postage stamp, so I cut that out. I punched it out from her kit, and I made that into a little postage stamp. And this is one of her envelopes that I didn't actually turn into an envelope, but it had that feel of it. Okay, now the dragonfly page. Isn't that sweet? I love dragonflies. Dragonflies, butterflies, roses. It's also pretty. Here's a little fold out right here with a scalloped edge I made from just a book page. Book pages go so far. You can do so much with them. Here, I really like how this turned out. Now this is important because this is just a napkin that came from the dollar store. You've probably seen it all over the place. But when you rip out just the portions of it, it really changes the look and the feel. It doesn't read like, oh yeah, I know you got that from the dollar store. You see just sweet elements. Let me go grab the napkin so you can see which one I'm talking about. Okay, so it's this set right here. I'm pretty sure I got that from the dollar store. Anyway, it makes it look like that. So I really, really like how it turned out. So I tucked a few cards at the top here. So that little pocket area, lots of writing space. Keep on turning. I like how this turned out too. This is a pull tab on the top. But isn't that just pretty? Isn't that just pretty? I just like that. I used some these little burlap. I glued burlap to some paper so that it would hold and not fray, and I made tabs at it. I really like how that turned out. So this is the idea of a lined page. You know, you can have lined pages to write on. Well, I have this stencil, and I thought, well, why can't we just kind of write on that too? So I put that there. I thought it was kind of a fun little, different little thing. I love how this page turned out too, and I don't know that it reads as well on the camera as it is here. So I did watercolor on it. I put different inks and things and moved them around just to take a plain page and make it into something inviting and interesting, and I did stamping right down there and stenciling around. So just a variety of simple techniques. I think I have it on a video earlier on where you can actually see how I made it, but I'm happy with how that turned out. Little flat paper clip. Guest check, and I just like that one too. Don't you like it when you make something and you actually like how things turn out? Now that doesn't always happen. little tab here, some of that homemade washi tape. That was actually the first time I've actually made homemade washi tape, and I really like it. Here's a side pocket. More pretty pages. I made a pocket out of lace, just something simple. Put a guest check in it with a stapled on piece of embellishment. Here's some, I punched this out from her kit. Sweet little roses, and put them on the ends of my, not roses, but flowers. Put them on the ends of my strings in the center of my book. I should put a little bit of stenciling there. You know what? After I turn off the video and complete this, I think I'm going to go back and just add a little bit more interest to that page. And that sweet girl again. Here's another little lace pocket. So this is kind of different. It only has one tiny flip up, but I just liked it like that, so I kept it. Once again, that napkin that I cut apart earlier. This is what I made. I made 2 playing cards, and I turned them into little pockets. I glued down these bottom edges, but I kept the top edges open to give me a little bit more playroom to move the card in and out. And here too. So now I do have this over the top, so there is some restriction, but it's not enough to inhibit the use of that. So I'm happy. So this was kind of a train wreck in the beginning, but I think I managed to retrieve it. I did all kinds of things on it. It's like, oh, that's just a bunch of clutter. But I like how it turned out with this as a center focal point. So there you go. And here's some more sweet pages. This is a little page, and I just have a variety here. And here's a little double pocket. Things tucked in there, as well as a little side tuck. This turned out nice too, and that's sweet. I think I have a tutorial of showing how I made that, or craft with me. But I like how it turned out. So, and isn't this sweet? These are my little tabs that I made for the inside. Butterfly and a little skating Holland kids. I think skating. Maybe they're not skating. They're standing on the green grass. So, a couple of pull-out things there. But ain't that sweet? I like it. A little stencil, not stencil, a little stamping on the side. This was kind of fun too. I made, this is one of those pages. So I made this little pull-out part, just a little tiny thing that can be written on. And this is a tag that I put on there, but I kept it open so I can make a pocket, and it still peeks over the edge. I just like that. A little piece of metal paper clip, other little tuck things there to keep it interesting. And here's a piece of junk mail I used at the very end of the book to make this pocket. There, I'm trying to get the glare off of it for you. There. So that I cut out, I fussy cutted one of her dragonflies and put it on the top. I like how it breaks the space of that little open window. Put lace behind it, and then here are 2 tags that I put inside, and a button. And on the back here, I secured my ribbon with that piece, and I like how that looks. So that is my book. I hope you enjoyed looking at it. I had fun making it, and I hope you all have a great day.